Welcome back to Wages and Employment at Wilfrid Laurier University. Today we're going to look at retirement decisions. For reference, you should pair this video with readings in Chapter 4 of your textbook. Retirement can mean different things to different people. For some people, it means leaving their career, or reducing their workload, or taking on a less onerous job. For some people, it means leaving the paid labor market entirely and never going back. While we might want to think of retirement as a continuum of work options, for our purposes today, we're going to think of the decisions people make to stop participating in the labor force when they are older. We treat this separately from other participation decisions because the decision itself is somewhat different than participation in midlife, where career interruptions would have long-term implications. But it's also unique in terms of the factors that influence retirement decisions. While wealth and lifetime earnings are clearly important determinants, with implications clear in the dynamic model of labor supply, there are others at play here. For example, there may be legislation and contract provisions, such as mandatory retirement, that matter in this decision. As a person's health at older ages may influence their decision to retire and their ability to work, this also matters. Family also matters, whereby spouses may want to spend more time together at older ages and plan their retirement together, or the continued work of one spouse facilitates the early retirement of the other. We might also depend on extended family to support us at older ages, so their availability may influence when we decide to stop working for pay. When we think about the wealth people have available for retirement, Canada's retirement income system plays an important role here. A first tier of the system offers a pension that does not depend on work history or individual contributions. In Canada, nearly all residents are eligible for the Old Age Security Pension. This is a demogrant that offers a monthly payment of over $600 per month to anyone over the age of 65. There are some clawbacks applied to high incomes, but only a handful of seniors do not receive Old Age Security. There's also some low-income supplements available alongside this, mainly with the Guaranteed Income Supplement. A second tier of Canada's retirement income system provides a pension that is closely related to a person's work history. In Canada, most workers and their employers contribute to either the Canada Pension Plan or the Quebec Pension Plan, depending on where they work. After age 60, they are eligible for a pension that depends on whether they start getting the pension and the average lifetime earnings, with a formula set to replace 25% of an average worker's annual earnings. A third tier of this system represents private savings, whether contributions were made through an employer-sponsored pension plan or by individuals' own contributions to things like registered retirement savings plans or TFSAs. About 1/3 of the workforce currently contributes to a workplace pension, and roughly 1/5 of all tax filers are making contributions to RRSPs. We are largely interested in how the benefits provided in this system affect the length of time people spend in retirement. To frame this, we can use our basic model of labor supply, but think of our time endowment as representing the time we have available for either retirement or work. When we bring in a benefit such as the Old Age Security or the Canada Pension Plan, which does not depend on one's other sources of income when older, we can treat this as a standard demogrant, entering here as B, and with pure income effects, we should expect people to spend more time in retirement. Some retirement benefits have an earnings test, such as that for the Guaranteed Income Supplement, whereby there's a clawback on benefits for any income while retired. This is sometimes referred to as a partial retirement test. Here, instead of having a parallel shift in our potential income constraint for this benefit, the new constraint has a flatter slope, reflecting the effect of the clawback. Now, the benefits have both income and substitution effects that would push people to take more time in retirement. More realistically, some programs, including Canada's Guaranteed Income Supplement, allow for at least some earnings before any clawbacks are applied. This creates a situation where a portion of the budget constraint has the same slope as the original constraint, but the clawback rate is 0. But then eventually, the clawbacks greater than 0 are applied, and the next segment has that flatter slope. Similar to our previous case, there are important income and substitution effects here, pushing people to spend more time in retirement. The basic labor supply model is rather limited when we start thinking about employer pensions. Defined contribution plans are similar to private savings, whereby pension benefits are based on the accumulated value of contributions. It offers wealth that can be drawn down in retirement. but there is a risk the funds will be fully drawn down during the retiree's lifetime. Our basic model of labor supply is useful to understand defined contribution plans in that more accumulated wealth allows for more time in retirement, similar to income effects. Defined benefit plans will offer a fixed benefit for the rest of a worker's life, sometimes offered as a flat amount and sometimes depending on the person's past earnings. Note that these plans are often designed to incentivize retirement at particular ages by varying the amount of wealth one can draw from the pension by the age of retirement. Such incentives work in ways not easily captured by our basic model of labor supply. And that wraps up our discussion of labor supply, at least for now. In our next set of videos, we'll be talking about labor demand.